I'm rushing because I really want to spend a lot of time with this young man. He has a very special spot in my heart. He's wonderful, he's outgoing, he has a lot of great ideas, he's ambitious, and I'll try to keep him encouraged and then speak of none other than Sandy Womack. Welcome, Sandy.
Thank you,
to On Track with Betty Mack. Sandy is the principal of what used to be called Lathrop, and now it's Paralee Watkins Compton.
That's correct.
School. And how long have you been at the school, Sandy?
It's hard to believe, but this is my fifth year.
Fifth year
at Compton Elementary School, which is formerly Lathrop.
Right, and you have made quite a difference. I talked to some of the parents of the children, and they just love you. You know.
Thank you. I love my kids, man.
Yes, you do. And you know what? You have to have that love for the children to be in the position that you're in.
Well, thank you. I think that's important. When you care about kids, it's easy to make a difference. So.
Right. Sandy, I'm going to talk to you about something that it might be difficult for you to talk about, but you came and talked to our young people at the LIFE program. They're still talking about you. The things that you shared with them. At first, you know how kids don't want to be bothered, oh, another boring speaker. But you really said some things to our children to wake them up and to alert them. And we got some action shots of you on the camera. It's on our board. Oh, yeah, you're all over our place where the children can see you. Every day they walk in because it's a reminder that they can make it. You had a lot of challenges, a lot of struggles.
Been blessed, you know. As I said before, I have a favorite quote that says, it's not how you start, but where and how you finish. And so, you know, circumstances do put you in situations that may be undesirable, but at the same time, if you have goals and aspirations, I believe that you can make anything out here. You know, first and foremost, I think you got to give a lot of credit, and all your credit to God, you know, because He has a plan for everybody.
Yes.
And you may not be privy to the plan, but if you follow through, I think the things that you're good in, then you have an opportunity to excel. And I was blessed with the opportunity to excel. When I had a chance to sit down and speak with those students, I had no idea the variety of different age ranges.
Right.
But I think there's some things that all students have that are universal goals. You ask anybody in this studio, per se, how many people here would like to have a nice home? Everybody's going to raise their hand. They could probably tell you exactly what they would like to have in that house. How many would you like to have a nice car? Man, everybody in here would tell you, can probably tell you what type of car, what year, what model, what type of tires and rims. And I think those are universal goals, and they may be materialistic, but they're just goals that kids have, and it allows them to talk and express themselves. And once kids can start seeing that we have a lot of issues that are common, whether you're white, black, Chinese, or Puerto Rican, then I think kids are able to express themselves. And when they saw that, then I began to ask them other questions, like how many of you guys plan on going to jail? And nobody raised their hand.
Right.
But everybody knew somebody. When I asked them how you guys know somebody was in jail, man, they got to talking about uncles and cousins. I was like, hey, you don't have to tell me everybody, but I'm certain that you know.
That's right.
And I asked him, I said, well, don't you think that when they were in school and they were your age, they wanted that nice house, they wanted a nice car, they wanted to be able to take their family on vacation, they wanted medical and dental plans and all the other things, and what happened along the way? Have you ever asked them what happened? And that's when I went into, you know, if you don't know where you're going, you might not like where you end up, and just talk to them about some of my experiences.
Will you talk about some of your experiences?
Well,
I think if you will share some of them, because you know, Sandy, when people look at you, they say they see this handsome African-American, well-dressed man, and it's like, you know, he's always had it together.
Oh, no.
But that's not true, is it?
No, it's not even close to it. I'm not even close to the goals that I would like to achieve. And it's not a material goal. It's a goal to provide opportunity for more kids to do some of the things that I'm able to do at this point, and some of the things I would like to do in the future. I was born here in Highland Park. Stayed in Skyland Terrace, which is called Skyland Terrace now in Jackson Sherrick. My father was incarcerated for the majority of my life. 17 years. He got out the day before I graduated from college, so that was good. At least he had a chance to see me graduate.
That's right.
But my mom raised 3 kids by herself, and her second husband died. So when I was in the 6th grade, so she was a widow at 29.
Right.
So here's a single mom with 3 kids and 2 knucklehead boys, me included, and a father that was incarcerated. So a lot of people didn't have a lot of high expectations for me. The majority of my family had found themselves in the penal system for one reason or another. Fathers, uncles, cousins, etc. And I just didn't ever want to do anything that would put me in a situation that the penitentiary would be an occupational hazard.
That's right.
So I started setting some goals, and I was kind of angry. And so I got into wrestling. My grandfather, who's from Chicago, who you met at the
met
Golden
him.
Devil War,
Yes.
Grandpa George always told me, he said, you're going to be short, so you're going to have to figure out some way to defend yourself and your family.
Oh, all right.
He's a staff sergeant in the military, so you can imagine. And so I got into wrestling. And it gave me an opportunity to get awards and trophies and recognition for, you know, I hate to say this, for beating on people. And so I didn't know that I could get scholarships and personal recognition and opportunities, but something that I just looked at as an outlet for the anger and the frustration that I felt because I got in trouble a lot in school. I really wasn't focused on school. My goals and my aims were to be like the people I saw in my neighborhood. So I looked up to Hollywood because he had a Rolls Royce, but he was a pimp. And I looked up to Bubbles, you know, because he hustled, but he had nice cars. But that was reality to me. I saw these people, and because I could touch them and I could talk to them, and I saw them, they had the largest influence on me.
Of course. And
as I started to see that there's an opportunity to go somewhere, I had a guy named Bill Limley, and he always told me, he said, you know what? You know, with all those occupations you're talking about, man, you don't get a medical plan with that. You don't have a dental plan with that. You have to do that for the rest of your life. Plus, and it set in. And so because of the wrestling, it opened up opportunities for me to go to college. And Bill Limley had gone to college. And because he had gone to college, it gave me, I said, well, maybe I'll try this college thing. And I got involved in college. And I went to Mount Union of all schools. I had, man, I never would have thought I would have went to Mount Union.
Right.
But he
Great
gave me
school.
some inspiration. He took me up there to take the ACT and the SAT. Got my grades together and had an opportunity to go to college. So, you know, that's opened up every door in the world from that point on. And I'm just very thankful.
So much of this same thing going on with our young people today. Sandy, how do we reach them? I mean, you know, you were very blessed to be able to come out of this situation and to make it. But I see our young people every day struggling, you know, looking up to the drug dealer and the people driving the big cars. And, you know, how do we reach our young people?
I think that if you can make the goals universal in regards to the things that we talk about, the man in China has to take care of himself the same way that the man in New York does. You have to take care of your family, provide and protect, and you have certain goals and goals that you have for yourself. And I think once you start instilling in kids goal setting, set 2-year goals, 4-year goals, 3-year goals, 6-month goals, and as you start having success in these goals, it builds confidence. And the more confidence that you have in yourself, the more apt you are to set more goals. And I just start continuing to set goals with my kids, and that's what I do at my school right now, Compton. Every day we say, A is for attitude, B is for belief, C is for confidence, and D is for dedication, discipline, and determination, all the necessary for success. And I continue to instill it when a kid comes to my office. I talk to them about those pillars that we talk about called the ABCs of education, and we try to show them. We expose them. See, Bill Limley exposed me to so much. Right. I've been exposed. The only people I've been exposed to, and I hate to say this, Betty, was pimps, pushers, hustlers, and hoes. Oh,
and I can relate
we're on the
to
television
that. That's okay, but
so
you know,
this
is real, and I think we have to bring it home to where it is. We have to reach our young people. We have to reach the parents, so they can understand it.
And because of that, that's what I gravitated to be. But when I got to a college where I met Bill Limley, and he started exposing me to places like, I went to New Mexico with the Boy Scouts. I went to Denver, Colorado because I was in the Boy Scouts. I thought it was a square move. I was like, man, only squares, you know, get involved with stuff like that. But it exposed me to other people who were doing positive things, and I began to see, oh, that's a black doctor, or that's a black lawyer. Or, you know, they had these several people in Baltimore who articulate and professional, and, you know, they're doing this on the up and up. And when I saw that, it showed me that there was an opportunity for me to do some things like that